Thank you. Oh yes, the whole audience. Chapter 8.
This is little stools. So we went to church all the time. Do you know what?
Oh.
We went to church all the time, and we did an awful lot of kneeling and praying. So kneeling and praying, standing up and singing Jerusalem, and then we would kneel and pray, stand up and sing Jerusalem. And we would kneel and pray, pray and kneel and pray, pray and kneel. So we do a lot of kneeling and a lot of praying. I've often wondered, why do we have to kneel to pray? But I suppose it does make sense, and this is where a few people walked out. A few nights ago. It does make sense to have, so get your shoes on. It does make sense to have children in this position if you are the vicar whose intention it is to force them into giving you an after choir glowy, because you're in just the right place. I think you might be surprised to hear that we were not abused by the vicar. I know, strange to believe, but true. That is not to say many other members of the congregation were not abused, of course. The scout leader, it transpired, abused many of the boys on scout camp. And what did the vicar do? Can anybody guess? Nothing, that's right. Just told him to toddle off to a different church, presumably to abuse some more boys.
Now, the Women's Institute were obviously horrified by that situation, as you would be, wouldn't you? And I'm not talking about the abuse, of course. Talking about the fact that their knees were getting a little bit grubby.
So they made some nice little knitted stools. Has anybody ever used them at church? So then you would pull your stool out, kneel to pray, push your stool in and sing Jerusalem. And then you'd pull the stool out and kneel to pray, push the stool in and sing Jerusalem again. So it's brilliant, it's like a whole different regime. My best friend, but for legal purposes his name is Daniel. He was the vicar's son. And he used to help me push my stool in at the end of every service, if you know what I'm saying. And if you don't, it's probably for the best.